Welcome. I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I use products from Stampin' Up to make this fun card and the gnome dances. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for you on my website. I'll also have links for all the products that I used. You can click each individual product or add all to the cart, and then once you get to my store at Stampin' Up, you can add more or take away whatever you don't want. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of the video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. I used Kindest Gnomes and the coordinating gnome dies for this project. And I also used layering diorama. My cardstock is a piece of Poppy Parade. This is 1/4 of a piece of paper, so it's 5.5 by 4.25 and just a single layer. It's not creased. I'm using the Designer Series paper. This is Storybook Gnomes, and it's really a lot of fun. And I've cut up most of this because I am using this for my workshop. I've got snowflakes on the other side. I'm going to use some of this. And it's got, you could also totally make a different color combination and use this color. And this has, I'm going to be using some of this paper. And this is a lot of fun too. One of the things that's nice about this is that you can use the dies. And let me see if I can find. So this die fits this gnome. And I also think, does it fit all of these gnomes? No, I've got a different die for that guy. That's the one for that guy. I thought about using these, but I decided I wanted to use the dancing gnomes. So I'm going to use this for the hat, this for the beard. These are nose pieces, but I'm going to use both of those. And some boots. And I will use this big mushroom. Maybe it's a toadstool, I'm not sure. And if you wanted to add to it, they've got these kind of grass pieces and these toadstools, 2 different sizes of toadstools with the caps and the stems. But I am going to use this Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to cut one of these mushrooms out. And then I will use the die to cut it out better. Then I'm going to use just a little bit of this paper. I want to use mostly this part here. And so I'm cutting it out kind of in the middle. I need a piece of basic white that's 4.25, and I know that if I were cutting 4.25, I'd normally cut it this way, but I do want to cut it this way because I do want the full 8.5, and I'm going to score this at 4.25. And then I need some scraps for die cutting. So I'm going to just grab one of my standard small layers for die cutting. And I'm going to go ahead and do my die cutting first. So I've got my big machine out. I need my big number 1 plate and the number 2 die cutting plate. My cut up plate. This one's getting pretty cut up. It's almost time to retire it. I'm going to cut this piece. And I don't know if I mentioned I'm going to use the layering dies, the largest diorama die. And this has kind of a bigger end, and then it kind of tapers a little bit, and it's got kind of a flat spot here. So I'm going to put the big section on the fold and the kind of flat section flat next to the edge of the cardstock. This is going to come to the end, and we'll roll it through. And this is going to give me my card base, and so it will still open up. In addition to die cutting out the designer series paper, I could also have stamped the mushroom or the gnomes, but I decided to go ahead and use the designer series paper. I am going to cut out from the white the beard and the hat. And I think I'm going to go ahead and layer this on here, because you can cut out these at the same time. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the white cardstock, and I want to use the pattern here, so I want to kind of center it on the design. Okay, I think I have room for my beard here. Let me turn it around this way. And I need one of the noses. I need a 1 by 1 square of early espresso, and I'm going to put the other nose on that. I'm actually using this for a hole, so I do want it centered on this, and I don't want it too close to the edge. And 1 by 2 for the boots. And let me see if I can fit my mushroom on here. Oh, plenty of room. So I'll cut. I don't think you saw all the boots. So there's the boots. And then here's my mushroom, and it fits perfectly. Cover this up with my clear plate and roll this through. So I have my mushroom, I have my beard, I have my nose, I have my hole cut out, and this is the piece that I want to keep, and my boots. And the hat is actually 2 pieces, so I want to separate those out and glue those together. So I'll do that right now. Those kind of stick together, so I don't want to forget that they're not attached. And then I want to put the boots on this piece, and this is the smaller, so I want the larger piece at the bottom, and I just want to put just a little bit of adhesive at the bottom to attach the boots to. I saw a card by Susan Campfield with this dancing mechanism. Her card is very different, but uses the gnome that's almost the same. She got the idea for the dancing from Connie Ingram, and they used the candy cane dies for the mechanism part, but this piece works perfectly. So I just made it with the gnome dies rather than using a whole nother set. So we can go ahead and put our designer series paper on the Poppy Parade base. And I want to just stamp. I want to just stamp Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm using Poppy Parade, and I want to get as close to the top of this piece as I can. and I want to have it perpendicular to this fold. Kind of close to the edge. It's hard to get it perfect when your head would go where the camera is. So I can go ahead and adhere this piece. And I want the fold all the way over on the edge. And I want the bottom, and this can come close to the bottom, but not over the bottom. Okay. Gonna go ahead and adhere my mushroom. And the mushroom is gonna go over on the left side as far as I can get it and under the words. Oh, and I wanted to color my nose. Stampin' Up! Has 5 different sets of skin tones. So I've got light, deep, medium, deep, and medium. And we're going to color the nose whatever color you think that Gnome's skin color is. So let's do this one medium deep. And I just want a scrap of paper underneath it. And you could actually totally color this before you cut it out if you want. We can go ahead and glue the hat to the gnome head, but we only want to put glue, on this side next to the nose. Like so. And then that shows you exactly where that should go. And you could put the nose on before or after. I think I put it on before, and I think I actually like that better. So before the glue is dry, let me tuck the nose under there. And put the hat back on. And you could probably put glue on the nose if you want. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dimensional at the top of his hat and one here just to kind of hold his nose here, but nothing down here. If you want to trim the feet a little bit, it's actually trimming that square a little bit to fit the feet. You can do that. It's really not going to show. And then we want to put his feet here. And we want to put a mini dimensional at the top of this hole. Do not put it on the cardstock at all. And then pull his feet down all the way. Remove the backing. And this is the mechanism that's going to allow his feet to dance. So we want to arrange his beard here. And before you pat it down, we want to be sure, and have all the words here. So I'm going to tip his head over this way a little bit. And then his feet can still dance, swinging on that one dimensional. And you still have a card that opens up and you can write your greeting. Merry Christmas. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Home near the top of my page and you'll find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. How to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, or color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find lots of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for stamping. You can learn about my Evernote notebook. I have a note for every current product that Stampin' Up! Has for sale right now. And you can sort them all by the type of product. You can search just for the stamps. You can search just for the designer series paper. You can search for the phrase that you want or an image that you would like to use. You can search all the products that come in a particular color. It really makes finding just exactly what you want very easy. And you can create your own notebook and search through all of the things that you own to find just what you need. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or start a Stampin' Up! Business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.